So to cut this particular halter neck dress, all I need is 1.5 meters of fabric, no matter the size, as long as it's by the meters. And for your meter, it needs to be, the width or the length needs to be 60 inches for you to achieve this as a one size fits all. No matter the size, you can wear this. So what I've done on the table is to fold my fabric into 4, as you can see. So just fold. I'm folding into 4 like that. So you want to determine the length of your dress. So for me, I just want it to be on my knee, a short dress. So I'm going to trim off the top part so that it's even. That's very important. So once I've trimmed that off, notice that this is the folded side and this part is opened. So into 4, and you start cutting from the measuring from the folded side. And since it's going to be ruched on the top, I don't need to take any measurements. So for this halter neck tutorial, all the measurements I need is my length. And to get the length, I'm going to fold the top like 1 inch, okay, like so, or 1.5 inches because of the folding. And from there, I'm going to measure my length. So I have 37. So after sewing, it's going to be 36. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 3 inches from the end, from that point, 3 inches. And from there, I'm going to measure downwards 10 inches. So it's going to be like a slant. So now I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to measure the 10 inches on top, like so. So once that is done, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm just going to cut. So I've cut that open. So this part on top, you see, we're going to fold the top tiny, then fold again. And this is what is going to allow the rope to pass through to reach the neckline. So now I'm going to open the sides. So if you want a pocket, all you need to do is to notch the point you want your pocket. So I'm going to do from the top 17 inches. Okay, at that point, 17 inches. So I'm going to notch. So that's where our pocket is going to be. So you see, this dress is really easy. So now I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to cut like a long strip of fabric for the neckline. So you can make this tiny. I'm going to cut this about 1.5 inches wide, but like you can see is the full length of my fabric. So it's 60 inches. If you're a bigger person, all you want to do is to make it longer. So you can make like 2 pieces of this and stitch together. So I'm just going to cut this. I want it to be 1.5 inches or 2 inches wide. Okay, so I'm going to just go to the sewing machine and I'm going to just fold this like that, okay, and into 2 that way. So I have a long piece of fabric to tie around the neck. So if you want, you can add your belt, a bigger belt, but that's optional. So now I'm going to cut, the bigger belt to be for the waist. So now I want to cut my pocket, and all I need to do is to fold this into 4. And I'm going to make the width 8 inches. You want to check that it's 8 inches wide, okay, or 7 depending on your size, but 8 for the biggest size you could make. So I'm going to make this 10 inches deep. So you just cut just going to shape the sides. So I have my pocket. So for you to start to stitch this in, you need to open one of the sides. You don't. So now we're going to start stitching, and I'm going to start stitching from the sides, the arm. So you fold that a quarter of an inch. It doesn't have to be too big, or half an inch. It depends on you. Then next, you want to fold the top of the dress where you're going to have the string going through. So I left 1.5 meters for that. So I'm going to fold into half, then another 1 inch. So make sure this is straight, even, so your rope can pass in through where you're going to stitch on. So you're going to do this to both pieces, the back and the front piece. So now I've done that. You will want to give it a good press. So I've stitched the side and the top, and now I'm going to put together and sew. So once you've stitched your dress together, you want to also sew the string you're going to pass in through. Remember the 1.5 meters, 60 inches fabric we cut earlier. So you use a safety pin and you just pass that in through the front and the back piece, so it holds it together. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so, and please leave a comment and also give a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. So once you've put that in through the two pieces of or the front and the back piece, you want to tie in a way that will be comfortable for you. It can be high, it can be low. Feel free to play with it. There's no one way of wearing your halter neck dress. You can wear any way that is convenient for you. So if you don't know how to fix a pocket, you can check my earlier video on how to add a pocket to your dress. So you see, our dress is ready.